What's going on, family? It's your brother Corey. I am back today with a video. Listen, I lost over 65 pounds in less than a year. So I'm going to give you one thing that you can actually do to lose fat and maintain muscle mass while you're doing it. Okay? So the main thing that I'll say to do this is, for one, you can cut out the fatty meats. That's going to be probably the number one thing. When you see people talking about lean meats, you need to really pay attention to why they're saying that, because lean meats obviously is going to be more low calorie, okay? And everybody is normally eating meat, in some kind of portion. So make sure that when you are buying your meats, you're doing 97 3% fat, or 90, whatever ratio you can find with the least amount of fat is going to be the best option for you. Now, one thing that I did, and a lot of people may not recommend to you, one thing that I did was I actually found meal replacements. So I know a lot of people say that's not healthy to eat like shakes or drink shakes for like a meal replacement, since you don't want to drink calories. I disagree with that, because I'm somebody that I did a very aggressive cut. I'm actually currently doing an aggressive cut. In my aggressive cut, I am actually eating yogurt bowls. So it's not a smoothie, but it's also not a full meal. So I'll have protein powder, yogurt, and a little bit of maple syrup, or a little bit of, sugar, some kind of healthy sugar. So that's what I do, and then maybe I'll have popcorn at night. And popcorn is very low calorie. You can eat a lot of it. It kind of satiates you. So, that's what I do. You don't have to copy me, but, I've lost weight doing that, and it's proven to be effective for me. So if you're somebody that you're finding yourself kind of plateauing, where you're eating 2 meals a day, 3 meals a day, and you're plateauing, you're not really losing any weight, it's probably because you're eating more calories than you think. So you may be eating 1,500, almost 2,000 in your first couple meals of the day, and you may be already past your calorie deficit when you get to your third meal. And that's why you're going to have hunger pains, bro, when you're cutting. It's just natural. Don't overlook that. You're gonna have to, in some way, shape, or form, take a drastic measure to lose the fat. It is what it is, bro. It may suck, because a lot of people are going to tell you can do it and be comfortable doing it, but your body is also made to prevent you from losing fat anyways. So it's going to be birthing pains, bro, to lose the fat. It is what it is. You're going to be hungry. You're going to be in a calorie deficit. It's going to hurt. It's not going to feel good. You're going to be hungry. So the best thing that I could tell you is eat a bigger one meal. So if you eat a bigger one meal, at least you don't feel like you're starving all day. Like for me, I'll eat 5 pieces of chicken, a cup of rice, some spinach, and then I'll have a yogurt bowl on the side of that, maybe a bowl of cereal on the side of that, all in one meal. And that's about 1,500, 1,600 calories right there. And it's pretty damn good, and I feel full. But then later on in the day, you'll get a little bit hungry. Maybe you maybe eat another small yogurt bowl, a very, very small bowl, and then you can eat some popcorn. Call it a day. It's not the best options for people who feel like, you don't want to be snacking, or you don't want to be eating certain things. I mean, for me, it works, bro. I mean, it works for me, because you got to also take into consideration you're going to be weight training, and you're going to be lifting weights, doing certain things with your body, working out. So you're going to be burning calories. So you may even be able to eat a little bit more than you think. But you don't want to overdo it to where you're plateauing, you're not losing any weight. So you still got to consider the fact that you have to be in that deficit. But if you can just find maybe your sweet spot, maybe make sure you're in like a 200, 300, 400 calorie deficit, that's when you're going to always know you're going to lose weight. But to ensure that, doing the 1 meal a day and then doing the meal replacements, that is going to help you. Because when I say 1 meal a day, I mean one major meal. You can eat a snack or two here and there. That's not a meal, in my opinion. Right? Some people can say, "Oh, you're eating. It's a meal." It's not a meal. We're not fasting per se. We're not doing keto, or we're not fasting. We're not worried about the fast ideology stuff, right? We're worried about the technicality of it, in my opinion, if that makes sense, right? So if you eat a large meal, if you eat your meats, your carbs, all that kind of stuff, you eat your protein, or you drink your protein shake, you know, you maybe have a breakfast, maybe you have a banana with some cereal, something like that. You know, you can still and people are going to tell you to not eat the cereals, bro. The cereals come in clutch when you're hungry, bro. In the morning when you're trying to go, you got to go to work, you got to go to the gym, you're hungry, bro. It comes in clutch, bro. That shit comes in major, in a clutch, in super clutch, bro. Get you a bowl of cereal if you haven't, especially if you haven't meal prepped. Get you a bowl of cereal, get you a banana, get you a water or two, and then head out. Easy pickings, and really, you can find you a low calorie cereal, bro. Like Cheerios, is 1.5 cups is 120, 140 calories. That's pretty damn good. So you could do like 2 cups, bro, and you're still under 300 calories for a meal. That's beast. If you ask me, then add a banana, it's about 100 calories, so it's about 400, maybe 500 calories. And then, to me though, if you eat that before a workout, you can come back to a meal and you can do about 1,400 to even 1,500 calories and still be good to go. You're gonna still lose the weight at 2,000 calories, bro. And then normally you would. So, you come back after the meal, and then you have some chicken, some beef, some rice on the side, whatever kind of food you like. Sauce it up real good. And then boom, after that, coast throughout the day. You can eat a snack or two here and there, very low calorie. Eat you some popcorn. I'm saying popcorn because to me, basically, that's not shit. Popcorn is really not shit. Don't eat no flavor popcorn, no cheese popcorn, shit like that. The plain popcorn with some salt ain't shit, bro. It's not gonna do shit to you, bro. Basically, you're eating nothing. You're just chewing shit right now, bro. That's the point of you eating the popcorn. You're just chewing some shit. That's the reason why you're doing it. Don't get too caught up in its calories. It says if I eat 45 popcorn kernels, it's 100 and... Bro, listen to me, bro. You ain't got to count all that shit. You're going to still lose some of that weight, bro. I mean, if you're a bodybuilder and you doing all this dialing in shit, go ahead. But if you want to lose fat and be comfortable, what I'm telling you, bro, is probably the best method for you, bro, to be honest with you. Or you can do the 2 meals a day and probably eat too much food. You're probably going to eat too much food. You're just going to. Because imagine you do what I'm telling you to do, right? Imagine you do the 2 meal a day. So you eat your 2 pieces of chicken, or you eat a little bit of like 4 ounces of chicken in one meal, a little bit of rice, a little bit of rice, and then you come back later on and do the same shit. You're gonna eat too much because you're not gonna have enough satiation. You're gonna be like, I'm fucking hungry, fuck this shit. So your best bet, bro, is to just make that one meal. Just make it one meal. Do a cup of rice, one cooked cup of rice, Or you can do the uncooked. Once it's cooked, scoop however much you want from the rice in the bowl, right? Because you got to think about if you're doing this one meal into one meal. Obviously, you may have done a half a cup per meal, which is more ideal for 2 meals a day. And then you do a little bit of spinach or some kind of vegetable, some kind of fiber in the diet, beans or something like that. Probably not beans though, because it's got a lot of carbs in beans. Something very light on the side for the vegetable or for the fiber. And then you do your meats, your lean meats. And then if you do a little bit at a time per meal, like I said, especially if you're a man, bro, you're going to be feeling like you're not eating shit. So the ideal thing would be to do the one meal, bro. So you could fit 4 or 5 pieces of chicken, full cup of rice, spinach, a bowl of cereal, some bananas, some popcorn. You eating good now. You went from fucking starving all day to now you eating good, because at least you'll have at least one moment out of the day where you're eating one good meal and you're not fucking picking at bird food and shit like that. Stop picking at the bird food like you're a fucking bird. Eating little pieces of meat and shit like that like you're a little fucking bird. Stop doing that shit. People, that shit is not sustainable. That's why y'all A lot of people ain't have a transformation yet because it's so fucking hard for y'all and y'all plateauing because y'all listening to these people who are eating fucking bird food, bro, and they are already skinny. They were already skinny. They are literally gaining muscle mass. Half of these people on Instagram doing these transformations was already skinny. A lot of them maybe lost some fat, bro, but a lot of them was already fucking skinny, man. And they're gaining muscle and they're tricking y'all thinking, oh, they had to do all this other stuff. They was already skinny, bro. They just had to gain muscle. So they was actually on the bulk. They was eating a lot of food. So now they back to eating a little bit. And you thinking that they got that skinny ass waist because they was doing that the whole... No. No, man. These dudes was already skinny motherfuckers, man. Stop following these people, man. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, bro. If you are going to get into that body size, bro, sustainable, in a very sustainable way, you're going to have to play the game a little different. And you can do the 2 meals a day, but you're not going to be eating good, bro. If you truly want to lose weight, eating 2 meals a day, you're not going to eat a lot of food. You're not going to be eating a lot of food. You're going to be eating a very little bit of food per meal. And you're not going to like that. So I would just recommend, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, but I'm just telling you from my own personal experience with losing the weight and also with understanding that there were some moments where I did plateau. Because even though I was doing 2 meals a day, 2 meals a day, and I was trying to really diet and cut back, I was still eating too much while still trying to cut. Because you think you're not eating a lot of food when you're doing 2 meals, but you're eating too much. I'm telling you right now. That's why you're not losing the weight. You're eating too much. You're not in a calorie deficit. You're not. So the best thing that you can do is meal replacements with shakes or yogurt bowls with the 1 meal a day with some fucking snacks at the end of the day, like popcorn. Something simple. I keep saying popcorn because that's probably your only option. That's probably your only option where you can snack a little bit and not fuck up your diet. Or maybe a bowl of cereal. 1 bowl of cereal, but to be honest with you, for me, I can only do 1 bowl of cereal in the morning because if I eat a bowl of cereal at night, it's a wrap. I'm finna have 4 of them bitches. That's just how I am. So I can't eat cereal at night. It's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. So I just don't do that shit. And I just do the popcorn. Because popcorn, you can make a big ass pot of popcorn and you can just snack away. And it ain't gonna affect you, bro. In fact, it ain't gonna do shit. You're gonna feel like you ain't eat shit when you eat that popcorn. I promise you. You're not gonna feel full. You're not gonna feel nothing. You're just gonna feel tired of chewing. And that's the point. The point is to feel sick of chewing. So if you're gonna feel sick and tired of chewing, eat some popcorn. The best shit you can do. It's the fucking cheat code. That's the cheat code, bro. Popcorn is the cheat code. I'm telling you right now. Get you some of that. What's that shit called? Popcorn. Any kind. But really the kind that's already the kernels. Get the kernels, bro. And then get you one of your good pots. Put a little bit of oil at the bottom of the pot with a little bit of salt. Throw them bitches in a pot, cover it up, and then let that bitch pop up. And then get you a Netflix movie. And then make sure it's about 9 o'clock at night. So after you eat that shit, you go to bed. Or you can just fast if you're already good to go. You don't have to eat anything. But if you're feeling that nighttime hunger and you got to eat some food because you feel like you can't manage to not eat anything all day or all night, get you some popcorn, bro. It's the best shit ever. And I'm sick of saying popcorn. I done said that shit. Count how many times I said popcorn and put it in the comments, man. I've said it too many times, bro. So anyways, thank y'all for watching the video. Again, I'm going to just double back on it. Just make sure you are in a calorie deficit. Make sure you are actually eating a certain amount of meals per day and know what you're eating. Like, make sure you know the calories of what you're eating, because if you're plateauing, that means that you're watching this video. If you're having a hard time with your weight and you're not losing it, and you've been doing a lot, you've been working out, you've been trying to diet, and you're not losing weight, you probably are the ones that are eating too much. You're probably early on in your cut, or you're probably early on in your transformation, and you're trying to figure out why can't you figure it out? Why can't you lose it? you're eating bullshit, bro. I'm gonna just say it again. You're not in the calorie deficit. I'm gonna just say it again. Because I'm telling you right now, you probably think you are, because you're probably counting all of your food without the condiments. You're probably overdoing the carbohydrates. You're probably overdoing the meats. You're probably eating too many fatty meats. You're probably eating 50% fat ground beef, all kind of other shit. You're probably eating all kinds of fatty chicken, like the fattiest parts of the chicken. You're probably eating all of that still, and you're thinking, oh, I'm eating chicken and rice, but you're eating the worst parts of everything. You're probably eating a cup of rice per fucking meal, or too many potatoes per meal. You can also do potatoes. That's a pretty good carb for some people. Some people can't even eat potatoes because potato is a nightshade. So some people with autoimmune conditions, they can't eat potatoes. So for me, in my opinion, rice is the best carbohydrate because most people can eat rice. Not that many people have a rice allergy. Most people don't. So a lot of people, whether they know it or not, if they have like Crohn's or SIBO or any kind of like gut issues, they may not want to eat potatoes. Potatoes may fuck you up. Don't eat potatoes or peppers or tomatoes or any of the nightshade family. That's not good for you if you have an autoimmune condition. That's a side note for people who have autoimmune issues. Okay. Now, I'm saying that to say that the simplest thing that you can eat will probably be just lean chicken and beef with some rice, and you can sauce it up with some kind of sauce. You can use any kind of sauce you want, really, but you just got to make sure you're portioning, controlling the meats, and making sure that you're eating the right kind of meats. That's really it, bro. Like that shit is not that hard, and really, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like the funny thing is most people already eat the diet food that you're supposed to eat. It's just once you eat the right version of it, and it's just like, bro, this is what we already eat. Everybody already eat all this shit. Most people eat rice and chicken and rice and beef every fucking day anyways. You go out to eat, you're probably going to be eating rice and beef or chicken or beef with some kind of carb or something. It's going to be, that's what you eat. There's nothing else to eat when you really think about it. There's only wheat, some kind of version of wheat, whether it be bread, noodles, some kind of wheat, right? And then you eat some kind of meat with that, or you eat some rice and something else. That's everything that everybody eats already. Whether you go to Chinese, Chipotle, whether you go to Olive Garden, Golden Corral, any kind of upper echelon restaurant, everybody's eating the same shit. When you really think about it. So you just got to dial back. That's all you got to do. It's that simple. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm making this video too damn long. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. If you do what I said, you're going to lose weight in 3 months. You're going to probably lose 30 pounds in 3 months. Come back to this video if you did watch it in 3 months and let me know how much weight you lost. Thank y'all for watching the video. Peace.